So apparently Claressa Shields, a while ago, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is some leak footage of her getting dropped in sparring by a male boxer. And seems like she's pissed off about the footage being leaked. And she shared on which used to be Twitter X. I've never been KO'd in 17 years. And I've been dropped 2 times all in 1 week of each other. I have no shame in that. But for a male fighter to literally take the padding out of his gloves, he's a punk. Him and Coach Derek Santos, they're both a bad sport. What's going on, y'all? This your boy Get a Mic. Welcome to Gym Boxing. Much love, peace, and blessings to everybody checking into the stream. If you don't mind, feel free to smash the like button, subscribe button, share button, all that good stuff, man. And I want to get in here and give my thoughts on this whole situation, man. And you guys can let me know how you guys feel down in the comment section. I'm just going to kind of go over this and read some comments and just kind of give my commentary on this leak footage. You know what I mean? And it looks like he hit it with a nice left hook. Sent her right down to the canvas, man. But before we get started, man, if this is true, if the guy that actually did leak the footage and actually dropped Claressa Shields, if he actually did take the padding out of his gloves, I want to start by condemning that, man. I think that's a horrible thing for anybody to do, to take the padding out the gloves. That goes for anybody that's boxing. You know what I mean? At any gym, male, female. Just not a good look at all for you to do that. I think that's, it's cheating. It's not right. And I think you should be in boxing if you're gonna do something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I'm gonna say about that. If that's true, I have no way of confirming whether or not that's true or not. But if that's true, man, he's a sucker for that, and that's you should be banned from the gym if you do something like that, right? Now, what I want to give my thoughts on in this video is, I just feel like in life, man, I feel like what goes around is going to come around. A lot of people call it karma. Some people call it judgment from the Most High God. And I just feel like this is one of them situations where you would call the universe, God, fate, whatever you call it, man. I feel like these are the type of things that happen, man, just, what you bring on yourself for the most part. And I think a lot of people in the comments has been talking, and I kind of feel the same way when it comes down to how she was calling out men. You know what I mean? Constantly calling out professional boxers, saying how she thinks she can compete. She thinks she can knock out certain male fighters. Or I think it started off with Triple G. You know what I mean? She said she can beat Triple G. And I think most recently she was saying how she thinks she can beat Keith Thurman, former unified 147-pound world champion. And she was doing all that talking. I'm pretty sure it was for clout, man, because I'm pretty sure if she was to get in there with any one of these professional males, man, in a real fight, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't go good for her, man. I don't like, in my opinion, when females of any type of athletic event, starts to get in there and start challenging men. You know what I'm saying? Because, God created men and women differently, created us for a different purpose. You know what I'm saying? If you guys, want to push to get into the sports that we're in, like WNBA, female boxing, the fact of the matter is that, if you have to have a sport, set aside specifically, for women, or set aside specifically, for a specific gender. And if you just can't get in there with the men, you know what I'm saying? If you was just that good, they wouldn't have to split y'all up now, would they? We just all be in one situation, man. And I think that's what you're starting to see in a lot of sports, is that women are trying so hard to be exactly the same as men when we were created different. You know what I'm saying? We are different, and there's nothing wrong with being different. You know what I'm saying? We was always taught, especially in this country, that all of our differences are special. You know what I mean? Whether it's race, gender, ethnicity, who you worshiping. Everybody has that right to be something different and something special. But it seems to me like, in this day and age, a lot of women are trying to be exactly what we are. You know what I mean? And it's not how it's designed to be. We are all designed to be different. We all have our, differences. We're all special in our own way. And I think a lot of times in these sports, especially combat sports, I don't think it's a good idea, man, for women to be pushing the issue on whether or not they can beat men, because it's just by nature and biology. Ain't no way you're going to be able to get in there and compete, man. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like in the comments here, they're basically saying that this was about 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. But I think the footage just got leaked. And a lot of people making a lot of jokes. If you can see right here. Claressa Shields, I think I could beat men. And then they got the Ike Turner picture up there. Oh, man. Somebody says in the comments, hope she learned her lesson. Doesn't take anything away from how great women are. Males and females are just built different physically and should compete separately. Training, sparring together is fine, though. And I absolutely have to agree with that, man. And, it's no shade to women and how they do their thing. We respect women. We love women. We all got mothers, sisters, daughters. You know how it go. Grandmothers, aunties, and all that good stuff. Nieces. But when it comes to this type of situation, man, that was one of the things that kind of made me a little bit upset in the past when I seen her coming out public. And I'm pretty sure she's not the only female athlete that done this. I'm pretty sure a lot of other female athletes have, called out men in these type of sports and things like that. But I'm pretty sure when you talk that kind of a talk, as soon as something like this happens, you already know that people are going to be ready to bring up the past and what you said. You know what I mean? You got to stand on your words, man. If you said you think you can beat men and you feel like you can beat world champion men and things of that nature, you got to be able to stand on business. And when videos like this drop, I'm pretty sure a lot of men is just sitting around waiting to eat this up, man, because you called this upon yourself. And like I said earlier in the video, that's just kind of how life is, what goes around comes around. When you put that type of energy out in the atmosphere, you bring these type of things upon yourself. You know what I mean? If you out in the neighborhood screaming F everybody, or like Hassan Campbell, F everybody, come out where you at, come out with the shooters, and you just bringing all that death upon yourself, somebody gonna pull up with the fire, and they're gonna put rounds on you, and they're gonna put rounds on target. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be careful with that type of thing. In all walks of life, man, you got to move through life in a way where you're it says Keith Thurman right now. The comments is crazy. But yeah, man, any walks of life, you got to be able to put in, the energy that you know what I'm saying, that you putting out. You got to be able to get that back. And that's how life is. You put it out, it's going to come back. And she's talking about how she's going to whoop men and how she can beat men in sparring and in real fights and stuff like that. It's like, come on, man. Come on, Claressa. That's not a good look. It's going to come around. And everybody in the comments is saying she could beat Keith Thurman, huh? She could beat Triple G, huh? All that stuff she was talking. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the boxer that she was sparring, I mean, he looks like, some Joe Blow tomato can, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? He looks like his record is 6-1. I don't know if this is recent, but it looks like somebody put his record there, that he's 6-1. He only got 2 KOs when he won, and the only fight he lost, he got KO'd. So it doesn't look like this guy is some big deal in the boxing world. And he's out here dropping Claressa Shields like he was some sort of heavyweight champion. Yeah, man. So like I said, if he actually did take the padding out his gloves, and that's actually true, you know what I'm saying? Shame on him. You know what I'm saying? Shame on anybody that do something like that. I don't think that's a good look. I don't think that's cool for anybody to do that. You know what I mean? Especially in sparring, when people trying to work on stuff, people trying to get better, trying to work on your craft. You know what I mean? And he's taking his padding out the gloves just to, you know what I'm saying, knock out a woman. You know what I'm saying? and then leak the footage. So that's kind of like a coward type of move. I'm not sure if he's the one that leaked the footage, but whoever leaked it, shame on you. But like I said, it's one of them situations where you gotta take on what comes to you, man, when you put that energy out there. That's pretty much what the point that I want to make in this video. It doesn't take away from her female boxing career. You know what I mean? She's one of the best women to ever do it, and you got to take the hat off to what she's accomplished, man. But when you put out that type of energy like that, that's the type of thing that's gonna come back on you. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is on that. I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel in the comment section about this whole situation. Do you feel like Buddy is a coward for that? You know what I mean? Do you think that Claressa Shields brought this upon herself just from the energy and the atmosphere? You know what I'm saying? You putting that I can beat men energy out there, and it's gonna come back around on you, man. But y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section, man. Do you think Buddy actually took the padding out of his gloves to get this done, or do you think Claressa Shields is just using that as an excuse because her pride is hurt? You know what I mean? Everybody saw her hit the canvas, man, by a left hook from a almost nobody. And after all the junk she was talking about beating Triple G and Keith Thurman and various other male fighters, man. But I just wanted to get in here, give my thoughts on this. I got a few more videos coming. I'll probably drop cut up a few of the other stuff that y'all haven't seen yet, or maybe cut up the live stream that I just did. I'm pretty sure most people didn't quite see it, man, so we're gonna put some of that up there too. But I really appreciate everybody for checking in. Share the video, smash the like button, hit the Cash App, follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. This your boy Get a Mic, and I'll be out of here like last year. Peace.